Alright, so 2017 was a great year. Plenty of good movies, plenty of flops. Right now, I wanted to share with you guys my personal top 10 best movies of 2017.
Number 10?
Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man Homecoming was a great movie in that it not only connected with the adult audience, but it mainly connected with the teenager audience. Everyone that came to see this movie could enjoy it. Casting Tom Holland, who at the time was 20, 19, somewhere around there, was a great idea because he makes Peter Parker seem so young and so reckless and so Spider-Man! And Spider-Man is like in my top 3 favorite superheroes of all time. Chances are, if you saw this movie, you enjoyed it. And if you haven't seen it, you should! Number 9! Logan. Logan is such a dark, gritty tale, almost, it's got that film noir feel to it, and it finally shows the hardcore side of Wolverine that we've been getting little glimpses of. Wolverine has finally been unleashed, he is uncensored, and he is out for blood. And even though, as always, it is still a blast to watch Wolverine make minced meat out of all his enemies, it was just as much fun being along for the ride with him and this very young mutant that is quite similar to Logan. Bloody, hardcore, nasty, great movie! Number 8! A Cure for Wellness. A Cure for Wellness is one of those movies that takes 2 or 3 watches in order for you to get everything that happened. But at the same time, it's one of those movies that makes you want to go back and watch it. Because it's really good and at the same time super confusing. It's like a big puzzle that you're trying to put together, but it takes several tries, it takes several attempts. But once you finally understand what's going on,
Mind explode. Number 7.
It Comes at Night. Basically, if you watch the trailer to this movie, you are completely misled on what type of movie this is going to be. It actually has The Last of Us kind of feel to it, in that there's a disease taking over the world, and you have to isolate yourself from contamination. I didn't watch the trailer to this movie. I did hear the reviews, and I heard how terrible it was compared to the trailer. So do yourself a favor, don't watch the trailer, just go pick it up and watch It Comes at Night.
Number 6!
Detroit. Detroit is a tension-building masterpiece. Detroit is the story of the racial tension that took place in the summer of 1967. The majority of this movie takes place in an annex where a party is taking place and something happens that causes these cops to come storming in, and this interrogation sequence happens that lasts like an hour and a half, but it is edge of your seat, almost poopy in your pants tension. Also, I wanted to point out that these cops are led by Matt Damon's stunt double.
Matt Damon.
You will hate this guy by the end of the movie. It's a fantastic movie that if you have 2.5 hours to spare, you should definitely watch.
Number 5.
So Alien Covenant is the story of the members that are on the colony ship named Covenant, and they're on their way to a planet on the far side of the galaxy to repopulate. However, on the way, there is a problem which causes everybody to wake up, and Kenny Powers intercepts a distant message coming from a remote planet which they believe to be paradise. Country road, take me home. They don't have to make the trip across the galaxy because they found their new home over here. Once again, the person who steals the show is BJ Gobbledick. No, no, no! Not this time. Michael Fassbender returns to his role as David, and he has some foul intentions for the members of Covenant. Of course, it's not as good as Alien or Aliens, but it's still 10 times better than 3 and Resurrection. Number 4. It! You know, as a child, the original, the made-for-TV version of It used to scare the dung out of me. The shower scene in particular. Yeah, I guess it is time for a shave. Where did I put my razor at? There it is.
Hi, Georgie. Nope.
Holy crap, man, are you seriously trying to make me never take a shower again? Really? Bill Skarsgård is awesome playing Pennywise. Two things I did not know about this guy. But when you see Pennywise and he's got his little fat lip sticking down all the way, he can actually do that. And throughout the movie, when you look into his eyes, you can see that one eye looks straight ahead and the other eye is looking way over here to an opposite direction somewhere. Come to find out, the director wanted to use CGI to do these effects. He already had it in his mindset that he wanted to do this for the clown. But Bill Skarsgård can do both of those on his own. So props to you, Bill Skarsgård. Great job playing Pennywise. The Losers Club is also awesome. Every single actor that they picked to play in the Losers Club was perfection. I really enjoyed hanging out with these kids and being afraid with them of the dreaded Pennywise. Number 3, John Wick Chapter 2. John Wick Chapter 1 flew under the radar for many a person. And that is a shame! Keanu Reeves kills it as John Wick. What makes Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 so good is that it's got that 80s, late 80s, early 90s vibe from action movies. It's just good old-fashioned, hey man, you did something to me, you know what? Keanu Reeves went through hundreds of hours of gun training, of hand-to-hand combat training, and now he can finally say without a doubt,
I know Kung Fu.
Yeah, it took long enough. Number 2, Star Wars The Last Jedi. Star Wars The Last Jedi is the continuation of what happened at the end of The Force Awakens. We spent a lot of time with Luke and Rey on the island. We get to see Carrie Fisher in her last role. We get to see Kylo Ren rage out again. I watched Star Wars The Last Jedi 3 times, I think it was, and each time I learned something new or I saw something new that I didn't notice or I didn't know before. Definitely one of those movies that you can watch several times and never get tired of it. If you watch my review for Star Wars The Last Jedi, you'll know that there's a 30-minute segment where this freaking casino scene happens. It should not be in the movie. It should never have happened. But it did, and I watched it, and I love the movie. Number 1, Get Out. I honestly thought that Get Out was going to be a flop. I thought the trailers just showed all the good parts and you're not going to be surprised by anything when you finally see the movie. Boy, was I wrong. So Get Out stars Daniel, you know what? I'm not even going to try and pronounce that last name because I would fail miserably. And he gets to meet his girlfriend's parents for the first time and come to find out that her parents are not as bad as what he thinks. They're really friendly, super accepting. If you ever see any member of this family, run the other way! Just don't run the other way and do the Get Out challenge to somebody. You know, the thing. Her mom and dad are complete psychopaths. Not only are they racist, but they're whacked out of their mind worse than Pee Wee Herman and Carrot Top put together. And no matter what, do not accept a cup of tea from anybody in that family. The twist that happens at the end when you find out what's been going on with this girl and her history, it was really jaw-dropping for me. When you see what this guy has to go through and you're with him as he overcomes all odds, you realize you have become a part of this movie, and not many movies can make you feel as if you were in the movie with a person. But this movie does, and that's why Get Out is my number 1 movie of 2017. Alright guys, so there you go. That is my top 10 best movies of 2017. Do you agree or do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below what your favorite movies were of 2017. Thanks for watching. Keep it retro and go towards the light, man!